So hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to discuss another important topic, that is vulva formation in C. elegans. Vulva is a female reproductive organ found in invertebrates. Right, and we all know the C. elegans is a worm and is a nematode. C. elegans is a hermaphrodite, which means it is bisexual. That is, firstly it forms sperms, then it forms eggs, and they come in contact, and the fused egg comes out through vulva. Right? Vulva formation occurs by the help of gonad cells, anchor cells, and VPCs, which is vulva precursor cells, and it is mediated by cell signaling. So this was just an overview. Let's see how. Vulva formation. I told you C. elegans is a hermaphrodite. First forms sperms, later on eggs, self-fertilization, or in some cases cross-fertilization. Vulva formation takes place during larval stage. Okay. Vulva is a sex organ which is made up of 22 cells. Sperm enter and the fertilized egg is released from vulva. For vulva formation, 6 cells known as the vulva precursor cells are very important. Okay, so this is the C. elegans. It has these gonad cells, these VPCs, which is connected to each other by anchor cells. Okay, I told you all three of them are very important. So how do we decide that which cell is going to form anchor cells? Okay, anchor cells are again multipotent cells. Multipotent cells are the cells which give rise to various organs. Okay, so anchor cell formation, C. elegans have two adjacent cells. One is Z1P, Z4A. Okay, both have equal potential to form the anchor cells, and the selection of the anchor cell is random, right? But only one forms the anchor cell, other forms the uterine tissue. Here the decision is taken by the presence or absence of Lin12. Lin12 is a signal molecule. If it is present, it leads to the formation of uterine tissue, and if it is absent, it leads to the formation of anchor cells. Okay, if during growth cell produce lag2 affects C, basically these are two cells, Z1 and Z4. Suppose it is Z1, it can also be Z4 and it can also be Z1. Okay, so it produces lag2, right, lag2, and it has Lin12 receptors, right, Lin12 receptors. So it will produce uterine tissue, and if it produces uterine tissue, then the adjacent cell is supposed to form the anchor cells, right? So if it is loss of function mutation in Lin12, then both the anchor cell will form the vulva, both will form anchor cell and will be a multivulva. If gain of function of Lin12, then both will form uterine precursor and no vulva formation takes place, right? Now let's see how vulva development takes place. This is, there are basically 6 main VPCs which play the main role. Generation of VPC: 6 specified cells from the 11 cells in the ventral epidermis are selected, which act as VPC, and out of that also only the basically from 11, 6 cells form the VPCs, and from that VPC also only 3 VPC form the vulva cells. Let's see how. Vulva precursor patterning: primary VPC, secondary VPC, and tertiary VPC. Let's see. By WNT signaling. Suppose these are the 11 cells. These cells receive WNT, and these cells which have Lin3 receptors helps lead to the formation of anchor cells. So this has the maximum number of receptors. So this cell leads to the formation of primary VPC, right? Then P7P and P5P, these receive lesser amount of have lesser amount of Lin3 receptors, so it forms secondary VPC both. And rest 3 P3 P4P, P3P and P8P, these form the tertiary VPC, have the least signaling, right? See, no Lin3 fuses with the epidermis. These are competent enough to respond to inductive signaling. If Lin3 is absent, no specification. No Lin3 fuse with epidermis. See, this is the major part. P6P receives the most Lin3, so it forms the primary VPCs. Secondary VPC, 7 cells, and this forms 8 cells. So in total they form 22 cells. And the tertiary VPC, they don't play any role in vulva formation, thus they form hypodermis. In case these 3 are removed, the central and the lateral, this is the central VPC, wait, this is the central VPC, and these are the lateral VPCs. If by chance these 3 are removed, then the other 3 which were earlier forming the hypodermis can also act as VPCs and form the vulva. Okay, the concept is quite easier. Only thing you need to learn is that this is a nematode. It has gonadal cells, the VPCs, which are connected to each other by anchor cells. These anchor cells helps in the signaling, which is conducted by the gonadal cells, also known as the notch signaling, right? So P6P has the maximum receptors for Lin3, thus it forms 8 cells, and it is the primary VPC. P5P and P7P have lesser receptor of Lin3 than P6P, right? So it forms 7 cells both, and it is the secondary VPC. So 8 plus 7 plus 7 leads to 22 cells. These cells helps in the formation of adult vulva, right? And then we have P4P, P3P and P8P. These cells have the least receptors, thus forming hypodermis, right? I hope the concept is clear to you. If you have any doubt, please drop down in the comment section. And I have already uploaded these notes in another video. You can check. I'll add the link of the video. Thank you.